names in there, Paul. We're looking at the list, weren't we, before?
Absolutely. Those that are still linked to clubs effectively and maybe looking for a move have few options, really, to be in a top competitive league. One, of course, is the main one is Turkey, as we've seen with Victor Osimhen. The deal for Saudi didn't happen. He didn't want to, sit on his backside until January at Napoli, and he has gone to Galatasaray. It's a pretty amazing move. There's some talk of Kieran Trippier maybe taking that route. There are other players as well, like Ben Chilwell.
I suppose if you still want Champions League, but you want the money as well, then it's a stopgap, isn't it?
It's great. We've got Galatasaray, Spurs, and now we've got Victor Osimhen to deal with as well.
Lovely, running at you with that high press, Paul. You'll love that.
Let's find out more. Mert Artun joins us, who is a Turkish football expert. Mert, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, guys.
It is a great advantage, really, to Turkey, having the window open for another 10 days from now. I mean, is the thinking behind it that you can sort of mop up some of these top players?
Yeah, definitely. I think the Turkish Football Federation gave this space to the clubs for this advantage and to transfer the players, especially after Premier League transfer window closed. As you mentioned, some names like Trippier, Chilwell, and we saw today, but we still can expect a few more.
Yeah. I mean, there must be a lot of excitement about Osimhen. I mean, often, with respect, we often see players going to Turkey that have, not in the Osimhen envelope, not a really, really in-demand, top striker
at
a
peak,
this is a great coup for Galatasaray, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's a great catch for them. I remember the talks in UK news in every channel a few days ago that he's gonna play with Ivan Toney, but now he's in Istanbul and will play in Turkey. You're absolutely right. We saw Van Persie, Roberto Carlos. This is the I think biggest one that he came on his peak time.
What's the expectation of Galatasaray in the Champions and in the Europa League?
After they lost the tie to Young Boys, I think in Galatasaray side the expectation is huge. They are expecting at least maybe semi-final, quarter-final. But let's see if Osimhen will stay beyond January. He can be a game changer as well. But I think with Jose Mourinho and Fenerbahçe can be also a candidate. And Fenerbahçe is going to play again against Manchester United. It will be a nice game. I hope Erik ten Hag will still be the manager until Fenerbahçe game.
I mean, he looks happy to be there as well. We see all the pictures. Often players, if they don't get the move they want, they sort of slink in. But I think he's been swept along by the reception he got. He looks delighted to be playing in Istanbul.
Yeah, definitely. There's a huge love, of course, a huge fan support, and it's always good and a morale booster for the players.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to sort of how Fenerbahçe and Beşiktaş and the other big sides in Turkey react. They'll be looking on with a bit of envy at the Osimhen signing and looking to maybe strengthen.
Yeah. Didn't quite work out for Zaha, did it, Mert? Will he be missed from Turkish football at all?
Yeah, Zaha transfer is a little bit a rivalry last summer between Galatasaray and Fenerbahçe, but at the end of the day, it's a failed transfer and a huge money loss for Galatasaray. I don't know why. Zaha is a very high quality player, but it didn't work out.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens next and the other players that head there. And I wonder if finally, Mert, whether the fact that Osimhen has gone there will make other players that were maybe a bit reticent, because it is a top, European league and with international European football and great fans and brilliant atmosphere. So maybe there'll be a few other players thinking, well, if it's good enough for Victor, it's good enough for me.
Yeah, definitely. And I was thinking that if Osimhen deal has happened a few days ago, maybe Galatasaray and Fenerbahce can attract more players as well. As you mentioned, Istanbul is a great city. Turkish league is now getting more competitive, and also high quality players are coming here. Definitely, it will attract more.
Excellent. Good to talk to you, Mert. Thanks very much.
Matt.
Thank you, guys. Have a nice day. Cheers.
And to you,
Cheers.
Mert Artun, their Turkish football expert. And you've been? I went last year to Istanbul.
I've never been to Turkey,
really
actually.
Yeah. Fascinating city.
Good
Interesting
trip.
place. Yeah.
Good trip.
Good few days. You have 4 or 5 days.
Going to take any away days with the Spurs, Paul, and the European trips?
Quite Ferencvaros would be a nice trip, I think.
Yeah.
Not sure about Galatasaray. No. I probably wouldn't get tickets, but
tough.
I will check it out.
Well, if we do an OB, let's do the show from there.
Must do a show from there, as Andy would say.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.